Okay. I will just deal with the strangeness of Fantasy Grounds, and it's entirely my fault. So last time we finally wrapped up Neverlight Grove. You got the hell out of there before you were killed, essentially. You saw the insanity of the Myconids at the moment. Saw in-person Zootmoy briefly attempted to set things on fire and then ran away before you were all killed.
Lost Tomb.
You guys also made it to the lost tomb of Bryces of Cain and uncovered some of the information about who Bryces was right before we stopped.
Where are my notes? And then in here, we are at like a wasn't where that number, that 5-foot arrow is. That was like a not a statue, but like a relief in stone, if I remember right. I can't remember what the hell
Where
that was.
the orangish arrow is where you guys entered from. I don't know why it's orangish, but it is now.
Oh, and then we can go down those. I didn't see those stairs last. And I
There
think
we go.
we've cleared this one of traps, correct? If I remember correctly.
Yes, you had already
Yep.
searched the area for traps and found none. There was a stone diorama to the south of the room, and then a like painting on the wall opposite.
That's right. I knew there was some kind of thing hanging on the wall. And the diorama was like depicted a scene that we figure out what the scene was. Or...
The diorama was depicting the Bryces as a noble in her prime, surrounded by attendants.
That's right. Okay.
And then the vista on the other side was the floating cities.
Are we able to like move the diorama or otherwise like look in it for anything?
You can always try.
Yeah, because like this is like what I would picture a diorama, right? Like the way we used to make them in school with a shoebox, and it's like it's got depth to it and a scene. If so, I'd kind of like rummage around in it and put my hand behind things and look for anything.
Make an investigation check.
Yeah, it's gonna.
As far as you can tell, it seems to be a diorama. Nothing strange, nothing moves. It's very dusty, and that's about it.
Hmm. What are those two holes by the stair on either side of the staircase? Those are like
There's stone torch sconces, but they're empty. So the torch holder's there, but there's nothing in it.
Yeah. I'll reach in each one of those. Probably find nothing.
You find dust. Lots of dust.
Awesome.
It seems to have been a very long time since anyone's made it past that door.
Hey, Fargus, we going downstairs? Where is Fargus? I don't see him.
Well, I'm sure all the treasure's deeper in.
Yeah, after looking around, Tashay will just start walking down the stairs.
Yeah.
Kind of slowly.
So that first set of stairs descends 20 feet to that landing. On that back wall, there's a Netherese calendar stone. Doesn't seem to give you any information that you didn't already have. It's a very old place.
Keep going. I yell back up. You guys coming?
This staircase descends, it has 4 total landings. So it's 20 feet a landing, 20 feet a landing. It goes down something around 100 feet total.
And at each landing, it's just, that's all it is a landing, right? There's no...
Yes.
I look for like hidden doors or anything.
Entirely bare stone.
Okay. Then I'll just keep on going.
That we know of.
Is that how that goes?
Yes.
I don't know about anybody else. I'm not going like super quiet or anything. I'm just walking.
Knocking on the walls. Hello, is anyone out there?
Looking for trap doors or
Pizza delivery.
indoors.
We got your toilet paper you requested.
Paper towel.
And everybody's following you, all of the NPCs.
Okay.
I've given up on toilet paper. I use fine grit sandpaper now. It's cheaper by the sheet.
You're not wrong.
You have a shiny hiney.
Smooth hiney.
One of the local Walmarts was selling toilet paper for $75 a pack.
That's illegal.
Look that. Nope.
That shit. Price code.
Probably want to investigate this room. Make sure there's nothing.
Yeah, is it lit up
No
from the
twaps.
stairs? Or...
Everything is dark in here. Any sconces that you
Except for
come
around
across.
Tashay.
Well, probably. I'm sure she still has her light going.
I always have my light going. I can't see in the dark.
I can see just fine.
Every time I have a lit coin, I just keep lighting the same coin over and over again.
So this room appears to be some sort of a shrine. You can see shreds of dusty tapestries across the floor. You can see the decorations in this room there's friezes on the wall. They're defaced with deep gouges, making them completely unrecognizable. That little gray square, rectangle to the north is a pale gray marble, but you can't tell what it used to be. It's gouged and cracked as well.
Tolwar is gonna go investigate the marble thing.
Roll an investigation check.
Yeah, I'll definitely be investigating. I guess I'll pick a different wall. I don't know. I might be attracted to here too.
I'm gonna see if I hear anything on the other side of the door here, which I'm assuming is perception.
Yes, it would be perception.
If you find boners, don't pull them.
I don't know. It's tempting. Well, I might hear something.
So, Ashok and Touche, you both can't really tell what may have done the damage, and you don't really spot anything besides these, the gouges in the walls, and there was damage done. You can tell that it's definitely old. Tungdil, that there is no noise in this place. It is eerily silent.
Too quiet.
That doesn't sound good.
Besides the noise that you guys are making, investigating, and all of that, there's no sound whatsoever from any other room. And
Stool.
Zulwar, you take a few to investigate the damage done to the walls and kind of just scout around and maybe try and put two and two together as to what may have done it. You do notice that the damage in this room seems to be relatively recent in comparison to the build of the place, but you don't see any tracks of any kind. Besides where you guys have walked, it's very thick dust in here.
Well, either means we're in an area that's not been undisturbed, or the critters at issue will be incorporeal. Either way is disturbing. Speaking of incorporeal,
In that case, I'll nudge this door open and look around.
Fighting Fantasy Grounds a bit, don't mind me.
Fight, fight, fight.
The whole
Go team murder
multiple,
hobos. Go team murder hobos.
the whole multiple selected and all of that fun stuff. So to the south, so you want to go to the south?
Yes.
Make a strength check for me.
Sure.
Athletics.
Athletics? Okay. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? With a +8.
This door
Need some
seems to
help
be
there?
made of the same material the entrance door was. It's very heavy, and as you push against it, it doesn't budge.
It's like pushing on a wall.
Damn. Should have got a help.
You want some help?
Yes, let's do this. Push harder.
So I start pushing against them too.
Is it Is it
Uh,
one
wait,
big
one.
slab that anchors onto one side, or is it kind of like open in the center style of door?
From the door that you guys had already opened at the entrance, these are huge slabs kind of connected in the center.
Okay, so if we both pushed on one side, it wouldn't make a difference then, because it would just be working against each other. So it rotates to the center pivot.
Yes.
Damn. In that case, I go low, you go high.
While you guys are trying to the door, Tashe will be sort of in the middle of the room here.
You actually don't have to mark off a spell slot for that.
Right.
Because you
I'm
already
doing it as a
had it.
ritual.
You already had it up. From last time.
Oh, yeah, got it. Okay. So she is casting that in the room.
Same as before. You don't sense anything as of yet.
Cool. Thank you.
Your knowledge of the doors, because you guys have opened one before, these doors would absolutely block that spell. So you can't sense beyond the doors.
Got you.
Eventually, with both Tungdil and Ashok basically pushing on each other to get the door open, it does swing open.
Yay!
Sweet, we got
did
it.
it.
Okay.
I
The
kinda-
spell lasts 10 minutes, right?
Are you fucking
Yes.
kidding me?
Wait,
It's like
I
we
grabbed your
open the
soda.
door and there's another door. It's like, you son of a bitch.
Hold on. This is the perfect spot for a trap. Let's check.
30
And I'll
feet.
look like really carefully for a trap in that small little room. Where's my field tab?
There's your trap spotting skills.
Wow, that's a big circle. Woo.
What's that do?
That's where my detect magic is.
So how long does it
It's everywhere.
last?
10 minutes.
Okay.
Not detect
So it
magic. It's
should be
detect
able to
evil
see
and good. Or do not prepare detect magic. I was thinking that Prescott.
Hmm.
Have you prepared detect magic?
I do not know.
There is only one way to find out. All right, are you guys going in carefully, or are you Kool-Aid man in it?
No, I checked for traps in that little room right in here.
I think careful is the word of the evening.
Yeah.
Where did you go?
It doesn't. As far as you can tell, everything's perfectly safe.
Yeah, not.
All right, bust down. Tungdil, help me with the second door.
they're already bursting into the room somehow. So
Oh, they did the Kool-Aid. Oh yeah.
Oh, I
Just,
didn't
like,
realize that.
jump through the
Okay.
freaking thing.
Did you push start record?
Yes.
See,
It took
it's
me a
much
bit.
better than-
Part of the setup was also
Just
getting that to work, because it didn't want to work either.
Oh, okay. I was like, I always forget to push record. I should
Well,
upload
we can
that.
see
Well,
into
you
the
made, well,
room.
you made it sound like basically like both doors have been opened at that point. So.
Yeah. Judging by
Partic-
what we can see anyway, we're just
Yeah.
gonna assume it opened,
Oh, okay.
which is kind of weird, but hey, whatever. It works.
You two were working together, you would have gotten it eventually. Even though both of your rolls failed.
Mm-hmm. Just heave, 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 heave. Heave
It
harder.
took you a while.
Okay. I'm standing in the corner
I guess we'll investigate this lovely coffin here.
with my evil and good. And what are these two things at the sides of the room?
It's like more
More
diamonds.
reliefs.
Same kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
More reliefs. Can I do an investigation check on maybe a theme with
Coffin.
these reliefs?
So these are stone blocks that are carved with a whole bunch of different little niches. There's a bunch of clay jars.
Oh boy.
Pretty much every one of these little niches have a clay jar in them. The big thing in the middle is a stone sarcophagus laid atop a black marble bier.
Not that kind of beer.
Back in one mic.
The lid of the sarcophagus is inlaid with dust-covered mosaics depicting great floating cities high above a beautiful landscape. And it looks extremely heavy.
Would it be in line with the history from up above on the first floor? Same.
It
Magic.
seems to be portraying the same images, essentially,
Okay.
of flying cities in their heyday, essentially.
This must be her. Should we tear it open?
Either to be full of treasure or our deaths. And sarcophagi don't usually have treasure.
I'll yell for Fargus. Fargus, come in here and look at this. Is this what you were looking for? Because Fargus was looking for a tomb, right?
I was about to say, has his is his treasure sensor tingling?
I don't know, is the pants still on?
Well, I mean, didn't he have an entire party that was supposedly made it to this tomb, and yet everything was dusty everywhere, as if no one's been here for a long time?
Yeah, they clearly did not make it.
Well, he was part of a party that was headed this way. He doesn't know what happened to them. He was set to be eaten by spiders.
Not the spiders.
Do I know or is my detect evil and good showing anything in this room?
Not at this point.
Okay. Because sarcophagus is probably very thick.
Tongue deal smash.
Hmm.
Do you think this
Well,
is where the treasure could be? Maybe we
why
should
not?
search around a little bit.
Tongue deal smash.
And I'm going to back off to this corner. And ready some.
Well, the NPCs are being smart and staying in the other room.
I'm gonna back up a little bit if he's gonna tongue.
Nothing. Surely nothing bad could happen.
No, of course not.
Not in a room full of canopic jars.
Nope. No problem at all. It's just a mummy. It'll be fine.
Actually, that is a question, Jade. Do the jars themselves have bear any individual markings on them? As in, are they obviously different shaped or anything, or are they just like all basically all porcelain jars going across
They seem to all be the same shape and size. And made of the same material.
You're talking to the flow booze.
So you guys want to open the sarcophagus?
I do, but I
do
think
it.
Tungbill's gonna smash it,
I'm already looking at my spells.
Smash.
and I'm ready.
Actually, I might have a spell that could help with that.
Hmm?
If you're really interested, I should
Yeah,
double check
what
its
spell is that?
effects.
Hmm?
Shatter,
Hmm.
but I need check its effects real fast.
I mean, honestly, I was just gonna give it a quick push and see what happens, but
Go for it. I mean, it's gonna take you a bit to look this up anyway. Save me a spell slot.
tongue bill push.
Make a strength check. So the lid looks really, really, really heavy. It pushes really well.
No, well then.
Yay! Screw you, door.
Um,
Then you
I
can
flip
suddenly
off the door.
hear a snore and say, "Turn off the fucking light."
Okay, fine.
you see a life-sized statue inside. It looks
Statue.
it's designed to look like Braces is just sleeping there.
Like, what is just sleeping there?
Crisis.
The person
the
you
hell is
saw
Braces?
up above in the relief.
Investigate it.
Upon
Yeah.
opening the trap,
Obviously.
you
Roll
hear
initiative, fuckers.
you hear a booming voice say, "You have disturbed the tomb of Brises of Cain. Accursed are you, most miserable of creatures."
Oh.
Oh, that's not it.
I'm really not
So that-
miserable, but thanks anyway.
Used to that. That's
I just
crazy.
go.
And the 5 of you, near enough to hear it, need to make a charisma saving throw.
Oof, I
yeah.
am not charismatic at all.
Let's see. I think I'm
Neither am I, but I rolled well.
I did not roll well. I rolled bad. I rolled
charisma.
bad. Oh no.
There's some charisma.
Someone
for
give
you.
me bardic inspiration.
Our bard died in
Sorry.
the.
Toss a coin to your Witcher, Valley of Plenty.
Yeah, no, he fell into the abyss.
Actually, you know what? Do I feel lucky
I
today?
pushed him.
Do I have luck right now, or am I out?
It wouldn't help.
I don't think I've.
All right, am I mad now?
I've got to. Yeah, I'm gonna call luck and roll my luck. Hold on a second.
You're a
Well,
little luckier.
a little better. Let me mark off my luck.
Stop chewing on my foot.
Oh,
Denied.
we like fit feet. Fit.
Cat.
So
Quest denied.
with that makes
Is me ticking it off.
Touche and Fargus both rolled the same number.
Hmm.
Everyone else
We
was
make out in the
just
corner.
barely high enough.
So I didn't waste my luck then.
15 was what you had to hit.
Yes, I'm so glad I used that.
So the effect of this is that for the next at least 24 hours, Touche and Fargus have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
Ouch.
That's painful.
She has what now?
Disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws for the next day.
Guys, I
If-
feel very like disenfranchised. I don't feel so good.
She picked the wrong franchise.
I think I did. It's
Should have gone
bad.
with Fatburger.
It sounded like you just said fapping her.
No, not quite.
Say this is not a time for fapping.
Fat burger.
Fap burger. Nice.
Close enough. Let's go with that.
That ain't mayonnaise.
I'm sure that's what's the word? White Castle.
With that,
So...
there's a statue there. That's
Yes,
about all
investigate
that's
statue.
in there.
As I am tempted to smash the statue. Mm.
Well, I want to investigate the statue, or check it out at least. Do a religion check or something. I guess we kind of already know.
You can make an investigation check if you'd like.
Investigation. My investigation sucks, actually.
Guys, I'm just
But I'll
gonna
try
sit,
it anyway.
I'm just gonna go sit in the corner and just hang out. That's what I'm gonna do for the rest of the game.
I'll just be over
Yay!
here. Investigations.
I'm an old lady. I need help. Where's stool?
Safely in the other room.
Oh, I need to cuddle. I just need to cuddle.
I don't think stool's a pillow.
Oh, stool, come back.
Still will come back. You can blame it all on me.
Oh my god.
All right, well, you guys check this room out. I'm gonna come over here. Where's this treasure, Fargus?
Fargus looks
Pale.
incredibly lost. Like he expected this to be the room with all the treasure in it. With those investigation checks, you find out that the statue seems to be very firmly affixed. You can't move it.
So in other words,
It
basically it's
doesn't-
all seems to be one piece.
It doesn't look like it's actually one piece based off
No.
the carvings that you can see, but it will not move.
And it's not tapping on it. It's not hollow or anything.
No. It's definitely
Damn.
one solid piece.
Damn.
I wonder art or based on Arcana check. See if it's actually
Sure.
probably not.
I'd say that's high enough.
'Cause I don't trust it.
You don't. There's nothing inherently magical about the sarcophagus besides the spell that was triggered. There's nothing magical about the statue. It's just glued there.
Oh, it's lewd. Okay.
It's glued with sovereign glue.
Sovereign God.
Yeah, we need universal solvent for that. But
Well, I don't
Hubble,
think...
stop chewing on my foot. Sorry, first world cat issues.
It seems that if there is treasure, it's not here.
Oh, fluffers. Alright, to the other door. And Ram's door.
Go ahead and
I
make
got you this time.
another athletics check.
And then I dropped the damn thing. But it was good this time. That's fine.
With an
I'll keep
ease
trying
that
to-
surprises you after the difficulties you had with the last ones, this one just swings right open.
Rah.
Really?
Hubble, you stink.
Time for a bath.
Ooh.
Well, this has been a rather expansive dungeon.
Do you want to run in?
From there, you'd be able to see a couple of stone sarcophagi.
That's all there is to this entire place?
Well, there could always be secret doors.
I mean, it's a tomb, so.
There's just too many doors.
Mm-hmm.
You also had that one voice call out to you as you guys got close.
So one person should go in this room.
That works, Tongo.
Also, we apparently left behind Fargus.
No, Fargus is there with you.
Fargus, no! Alright, guess we'll look around then and see if we can see any surprises. Perception, I assume. Or investigation. One or the
And
other.
if I'm muted alive, it's because I'm coughing my lungs out.
Oh,
Damn it,
sorry.
Zarin, don't be sick. We need you.
So you... so you guys... Somebody goes in? Everybody goes in?
I'll go in.
Tongue go in?
With a clearer sight of what's in there, you actually see there's 6 stone sarcophagi. There's 4,
Mhm.
and then the top left and bottom right are apparently
Stacked.
bunk bed-like, is the way it's described.
Mhm.
Bunk bed.
Oh, this isn't suspicious at all, is it?
Hmm.
And you can see at this point that at least the lids that you can see bear a sculpted image of a robed human figure in repose.
In
Do they
what
look
now?
the same on each
And
one?
repose, sleeping.
Ah.
Do they look different each representation, or?
They look pretty much the same.
Well, I don't think this is an image of what's inside. Certainly not anymore. But certainly these people weren't as important. Let's open them.
Hey, Sachet is teleporting around.
Nope, Tasha's decided to come over here and search these walls for hidden doors. You just go ahead.
To each sarcophagi I come to, I'm gonna, before I try to push the lid off, I'm gonna make sure it's not rigged or anything.
And what's the worst that could happen at this point?
Fill the room with poisonous gas and we die.
So you're... So Tashay and Prescott, you both searched that room, all the walls very thoroughly. You don't find any signs of secret doors. You do notice that the jars are definitely canopic jars. There are desiccated organs inside each one. A little bit strange though, because it seems like it's more than one person.
I think we might have found the owners over here.
Really?
The what now?
Someone yells, "I am Mum Ra, I'm running."
Ashok, are you just visually inspecting?
So when I come up to a sarcophagus, I will first I'll look at it, like, for all the visible sides. I'll run my hand across it, across the lid, and then across the front side, and I'm feeling for like any wires, any holes that like something might come out of, or
Well,
and I'll kneel down when I'm doing it. So like when I'm running my hands across the front of it, I'm actually looking at it.
you don't find any traps. They look like they would open. But before you can really examine them closer, you hear a bunch of spectral howls.
Does it sound like they're coming from inside it, or? Oh, no, they're not.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And from each of the sarcophagi, the two corners being the ones that had multiple, or the bunk beds, spectral figure just crawls out of the sarcophagus.
Hey, Tungdale, I think we woke him up.
Sing him a lullaby.
And with that, I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, let me get Seamus out.
Oh, to be a bit screwed there, ain't you? It's funny too because they're specters. I don't think my axe is going to do much to these.
I might roll luck on this. No. I have 2 more left. Can I burn another luck and
Sure.
roll that? Let's see. There's no way I'm going to survive. That's a little better. Although I don't know if that automates, if that screws up the...
No, it updated. I could have manually updated if the other one was higher. It wasn't, obviously.
Yeah.
So we start with Thulwar.
Yes, a Fraga.
Yes. I mean, I'm literally surrounded. This is going to suck for me, so.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide. Do I try to pull out a turret, or should I just basically pull the crossbow out for the moment?
Well, it's like, what are specters relatively good against? I'd say magic is good, but that's about all I think of.
Yeah, I get two shots with the damn thing for the moment. I never remember how to do this. Okay. Yeah. I get 2 shots with my crossbow. I target that idiot back there. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, because of my the ability I got 5th level. So, do I just basically pull the die down twice for this crossbow then?
Pull it one at a time, because it could be a crit, and if you do both, then it screws it up. That was definitely a hit. So go ahead and roll damage. Okay. And for the second?
No.
That did hit.
No. And movement, niche.
You abandoned me. No,
No, it's more along the lines of getting better.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Actually, no, that works right there. Okay. And
And that brings us to Turvy.
at the very least, it gives an idea how much. Basically, that we need to do a lot of damage to them. 15 points in that heavy. This is gonna hurt.
Turvy's gonna run right up and, as normal, attack with their war pick. Well, they did a little bit of damage.
Thor is also going to yell. Well, of course, Trevor just ran right in there, but yell to get out of that room. Just get out of that room.
Well, what happened to your turret though? Where is your turret at?
I didn't summon it yet.
Oh, I thought that was what you were doing.
It takes my action to do so, and I wanted to basically get a shot off on one of those critters before while I had a chance. Because if I drop my turret near where I was going to be and try to shoot, more than likely the one I would have probably would have hit Tungdil in the process.
Topsy's gonna run up just a little bit and pull out their crossbow.
Don't roll a one. Don't roll a one. Don't roll a one.
Well, it wasn't a 1, but it didn't hit either. Little bit more damage. And this is the Spectre in the corner. Okay. And it is going to move right there and attack Tungdil. That was a critical hit.
Oh, ow! This is gonna hurt. That's a lot of dice, Jesus.
That was 26 damage.
Oh my god.
God damn.
That was 26
Splat.
necrotic damage.
Oh god.
Tungdil's not doing too well.
But you succeeded on the save.
Yay!
this one is already right up against Ashok, so it's gonna reach out and do the same thing to him.
No. I duck.
You duck really well. It misses.
Sweet.
And this one, you watch as it seems to disappear. It floats down into the sarcophagus and doesn't come back.
It's going to get somebody. Somebody chase it.
And that brings us to Prescott.
Brad, I feel like I think we co-parent Stool here.
Works for me.
Oh, we're co-parenting. That's hilarious.
The elephant and the dragonborn.
And the mushroom baby.
Zappity zappity.
Zippity zappity zoo.
That was Spectre 4. You watch as Spectre 4 fades from existence.
I don't like this.
Pretty much.
After being hit with 2 Eldritch Blasts. It kind of lets out this unearthly shriek and dissolves.
I have a question. What would a 50-foot cube look like in this room?
Cover the entire room.
Cover the entire
And so-
map. You said a cube, right?
Yes.
That's okay.
15,
so...
not 50, 15.
Yeah, we heard 50.
Oh, 15. There's 15 right there.
Okay.
I just closed the map like an idiot.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Roasted.
I got it. Okay, so Tashe will move forward the 15 feet, and she will say, "Foul creatures of darkness and night, be gone by the power of the light." Ooh, she rhymed and didn't even intend it. That's pretty nice.
And my cat farts.
Meow.
Meow, 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 meow.
I cannot see who failed, so
And that's one heck of a. I assume it's your turn undead with
Turn
the
un-
destroy undead.
I'm turning or destroying. Well, oh wait, it says turn undead. Do I have destroy undead yet?
It's kind of both. Turn undead
I
becomes destroy undead.
Oh. Okay.
Uh,
Oh, okay, I
so
got you.
2 of them failed.
Okay.
They turn to Jehovah's Witnesses. We all run.
And then?
They do not just dissolve like that other guy did, though.
Oh, but isn't
Because
this
your Destroy Undead has a limit.
1/2?
Yes. They are
Okay.
higher than 1/2.
Okay. So are they turned?
Number 32 and 5 are turned.
Okay, good. Do you want me to apply that effect on them? 32 and 5? Oops. 32. Boom. And 5. Boom. All right. So they're turned. And then let's see. Who took all that damage earlier? Was that you, Tungdil?
Possibly. Maybe.
Tungdil, yes.
It's only a flesh wound.
I see that it's only a flesh wound.
One that could have been a whole lot nastier than it was.
That's right. Sorry. Sorry, I try to keep everything together. But either way, I'm gonna throw a healing word his way. But I wanted to
I'm
do
just
it
gonna throw this in here.
at 2nd level, so I guess the best way to do that is to just put a 2nd healing word
Just put a scratch.
and code
You
it.
can actually, if you're clicking and dragging it, you
Uh-huh.
can right-click while you've got the dice in your hand and drop it on them, and it'll roll the 2d4 and add the 1 modifier.
Oh, you said shift button?
If you just right-click, it adds another die. So if you grab your 2d4 plus 3 and right-click, it will roll 3d4. In this case,
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
yeah, it's
Boom.
normally 1d4, but yeah.
Oh, that's very handy. I'll have to tell it to someone. Okay,
It'll-
and I'm gonna move back 15
It'll
feet.
add another die of whatever type it is.
But it will only keep the 1 modifier. That's what I wasn't
Yeah.
getting. Okay, cool. Thanks. Okay.
And were you moving back?
I think I have 30 feet. I move forward 30. Yeah. Okay.
I was just making sure.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
And Ashok.
So Ashok is going to, let me just make sure I remember what that was. Is going to blink and disappear and actually reappear right there by using Blessing of the Raven King Queen. And then going to cast Moonbeam on Spectre 32. So let's pull that.
Also,
Oh, you did that. I thought I already had that coded. Maybe not.
oops, I didn't mean to
It just
do
went
that.
away. I saw it show up and then it disappeared. I thought I already had that, but
Yeah, I do that on occasion. I accidentally deleted it instead of
Let's see. I will.
That specter saved.
Okay. So it will take half damage on that. So it'll take half of this. Did it give the proper? Did it do half or did it?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
That was Moonbeam. Moonbeam's a little bit special. It doesn't take that damage yet. It's not when it's first cast. Because it is a concentration for up to a minute.
When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time.
Which
Or
doesn't
on
count
turn,
if you
starts
put it on there.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so yeah, take that off and then.
So that was on 32, so it's right on 32.
Yep. So
Okay.
he'll start us in there next time.
And Hemoth has no ranged at all. Also, as a reminder, 32 is one of the ones that was turned. If it takes damage, it's no longer
Shit.
turned.
That's right. I totally forgot about that.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
That's okay. I'll pay the price for that.
But you will.
Yes, I will.
Or Tungdale will, because our tongue goes closer.
Hemoth just charges right in, because he is completely out of ranged. And deals some damage, but not a whole lot. Alda's gonna run in a little bit, pull out her longbow, and shoot this thing over here. And 11. There you are. I'm looking at the wrong one. No wonder why I'm confused. 11 has now taken enough damage to also fade from existence. And 5 is turned. The effect of turned is that it can't get closer to you. see. Must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can. Which, you being there is actually to its benefit. You watch as it immediately starts just fleeing to the opposite corner. Tungdil, you do get an attack of opportunity if you want it.
Well, I mean, yeah. Do I roll advantage on it, or what do I do with that? Just roll.
Just roll. That does still hit.
Hey.
But as that, it moves there and then stops and realizes. You did 11. Oh, okay, you did 11 damage to it.
Yep.
I forgot, you have a magic sword.
I do. I also forgot that I had a magic sword, just until I looked. I got really drunk last night, then I looked at my inventory, I was like, where the fuck's my axe?
It does run to the corner, so it's not in reach of anything to attack, but it is no longer turned.
You undid my turning? You fuck.
Mm.
No, Tashay would not say that.
All it takes is some damage. And that brings us to Tungdil.
Gonna go ahead and throw on a good old rage.
Of course.
And I actually get 2 attacks, yay! Finally, I'm not shit. Ish, not shit-ish. Except that roll. That roll's pretty shit.
Guess what? That still hits.
What? I need to stop dropping the fucking... Again, I dropped the goddamn... I mean, that time it worked out, but I need to stop dropping the fucking... dice. No. Even with that, it still just dropped it when I tried to throw it across. Ah, whatever. It still did.
Still hits. Still did damage, still hit.
That one actually rolled. And
And
that's the maximum there.
that took that one out.
Oof. Roar. And all that shit. And I will move to the corner. Bring it on, you beastie. And actually, wait a minute. Huh. He was the first one I hit, wasn't he? Doesn't
Who?
that trigger Ancestral Guidance?
The...
Ancestral Protectors. Oh no, when I enter my rage. Nope, never mind. Never mind. Wasn't raging at the time, it's fine. Ignore. Moving on. Moving to Fargus.
It would have applied... It's based on the creature that you hit, but you just took out the thing you hit. You weren't raging yet, so Spectre 5 wouldn't have gotten that.
I know, that's what I said. Ignore me, it's fine.
Fargus is going to run in just that far and use his hand crossbow to try and attack. but misses.
Doesn't Fargus have disadvantage? You dummy.
Yes. He's still rattled from the voice shouting at you all.
It was very scary.
Oh god.
Holy shit!
Oh Lord.
Did somebody come out
Titanic
of that?
roar, I guess.
Did you just make somebody?
My apologies.
Sarah,
Because I was about to say, I was basically, I had just unmuted myself to say something, and it's like, I was gonna basically mention it, but it was like, he comes in, half-heartedly throws his crossbow at it, and he runs away.
okay then. Sarith walks up, pulls out his heavy crossbow, and shoots that specter in the corner once. Does some pretty good damage. And that'll bring us back to Fulwar.
Okay, then. Well, since all the obvious spots in the hallway are taken up, is let's see.
Oh, war, use your instant transmission.
No, that's not what I want. I want to move there. Thank you. Double shot again.
He's
Okay.
double tapping the specters.
That hits. Still did damage.
Wow.
Well, that's okay. That was 5. That still took it out.
Still 2 1s on the damage rolls.
Anything
40
else?
pound box of rape. I moved and shot, so. Okay, yeah, thank you. I was about to hit the button.
Turvy is going to swap from his war pick to the hand crossbow.
I will now start shooting slivers of bamboo under your toenails.
Nice.
It's not doing a whole lot of damage, but it is whittling it down. Topsy runs in and also shoots with her hand crossbow. Misses the first one. Which is almost a miracle in itself. It does a little
By
bit
the way,
more
Silver,
damage.
when you get a chance, your chat. Only in Canada.
It's not a hockey stick, though. I mean, it's close. Looks more like a cane to me, but how dare they not use a hockey stick, those monsters? They ain't representing.
And this specter's going to reach out to Hemoth and attack him. Because He's closest. And misses. And the one that had disappeared in the sarcophagus comes back up out of it.
Ah, Jesus.
Can't you let me nap
We
in
have to figure
peace?
this. Something's going on here.
He brought
In
friends.
the other room and
Apparently, the only person these specters can hit is Tungdil.
At least it's not a crit again, I hope.
I mean, look at the hair.
I saw a lot less dice that
I'm
time.
having a brain fart. Did we find out what was in the sarcophagus in the other room?
Yeah, so the
Sarcophagus,
statue.
yes.
That's right.
There's a statue that was
Searching.
glued to the bottom.
Let's go back and kill that statue.
Yes, smash the statue.
And once again, you make your Constitution saving throw.
Yay!
You've rolled a 3 and a 4 on that and still made it.
Yay! I have a very sturdy constitution.
All that
Brings us
booze.
to Prescott again.
Exactly. I'm a dwarf.
That should
Well.
knock that first one out of existence.
Both of those miss.
Oh.
Touché.
All right, Tasha's going back this way. And did she? I know somebody searched the sarcophagus to see if there was anything else in there. Were they looking for like secret entrances or whatnot?
Yes.
Mm,
Well, I would assume so. They were looking for anything that looked weird to do with the sarcophagus.
All right, she's gonna do that again.
There doesn't seem to be anything to do with this sarcophagus, or the room that you've already searched before. It seems to be like a false tomb.
Okay.
Hmm.
Oh, what?
Curses. Oh yeah, that's right. They did it.
Already been cursed.
Don't be cursed.
I don't been cursed.
Ashok.
Okay, so my moonbeam would still be sitting right here.
Yes.
And those other two are not turned.
Right.
Correct. So I am going to move that there. And that's a bonus action. Then I'm going to
This says that that's your action to move it.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. I was thinking of I think it was the cast was both. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna move it there and then stay right where I'm at. I don't need all of that. So basically the moonbeam, everybody sees the moonbeam just fly right across the room to the other side. He goes, I'm gonna sit down.
So in other words, in other words, you moon somebody else.
Yep. I'm just mooning people.
He just keeps whittling away at that one in front of him. Wow. Apparently nobody can hit anything. At brings us to Tungdo.
Tongue smash.
Or slash.
Either way, gets the job done.
That hits. And that takes that specter out.
I can't move and use my other attack, though, can I?
Absolutely.
Ooh. Moving and
And
using
my
other attack.
moonbeam is
Oh, shit.
useless.
Well, seeing as though you're kind of like sidestepping more or less, so.
Quick little sidestep and a little side slash. Plus 10?
It
What
hits.
me? And yet it still does 10 damage. I am much more effective now. I'm still regretting not picking the other one.
And was that all you wanted?
That's all I can do.
Fargus is going to attempt to hand crossbow this thing. Disadvantage, rolled a 15. Total of 19.
Pink.
Ferret is
This
going
should kill
to...
it. Or, well, re-kill it.
I mean, as long as it hits. You never know. It did hit, but... And that... did finish that one off as well. So... it seems that you may have killed all the specters.
Are we out of combat?
You seem to be.
I wasn't counting, so I don't know how.
I think it's in that case. Investigate the containers to see if there's any more idiots to deal with.
Yeah, Tasha's gonna come in there and start investigating too. She's like
Start blessing
really
everything.
on a mission. She can't do shit anyway today. She's gonna go sit in
I'm
the
gonna
corner
start. I'm
again.
gonna start ripping off coffin lids. Be like, "Where the fuck are you? Get
So
back out here!"
anyone trying to make to open the sarcophagus, make a strength check. Anyone investigating,
ourselves.
make perception.
Wait, I had advantage somehow?
You're still raging.
Ah, I see.
Should we put ourselves to the sarcophagus?
There's
we
my
want to
perception check.
investigate
Oh,
or
thank
open?
God. Finally roll something
If
decent.
you're trying to open them, yes. If you're just inspecting the room, don't worry about putting yourself next to them.
Well, Tongo's already next one. Thor's right next one anyway, but he's gonna basically check them out first before trying to open them.
I was like, screw that. I was already
Because with our luck, the damn things are cohabited.
I just opened this one. I just flipped the lid.
Tungdo, you managed to open that sarcophagus.
Mm-hmm.
You see a single mummified corpse in there. And you see in that one, it's 2 gold bracelets, a ceremonial wand. That's okay. 2 gold bracelets and a ceremonial wand.
Okay.
Made of chiseled ivory. Ashok, yours doesn't budge.
Mm. Okay.
I yell at Prescott to get over here.
Thulwar and Tashay, you both take some time to just kind of look over all of the tombs in here. They all look pretty similar. They're made of the same stones. Their carvings on them all look just about the same. But on that northeast one, you notice that it seems to be on rollers.
Roll it. There's rollers on this one. Let's roll it away.
Northeast one, that'll be that one that Tungdale just opened.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was this one.
I'm looting. Prescott, get your ass in. Prescott!
Hmm.
Prescott, get in here.
Mommy wants 5 more minutes.
There we go. I take the 2 bracelets and I throw him in the wand. Wand's out my
Trying
thing.
to roll it, make a strength check.
Roll it?
Bro,
No.
To
I was
shade.
throwing.
Yeah.
No.
There's no problem
'Cause
getting
basically-
the stuff out of it, but
Okay,
Touche
I'll do it
mentioned
too.
trying to push it.
Yeah, because the one that you just opened seems to have wheels.
All right, I'll push it then. Right.
I'll help. I mean, if I can. I'm not a weakling.
Oh, I still have advantage. Can you remove that from me? I mean, it would have been a 16 on the slowest. Unless I'm attacking it by pushing it or something. In my rage. Just like, take this, you son of a...
Grab it and just grabbing it and basically hurling it to the side kind of thing.
Yeah.
Even just Touche on her own pushes it quite easily out of the way. I mean, Tungdal can always helps, but you know. You see a 4-foot square hole in the floor.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Is my detect evil and good still in play?
jump in it.
Well, wait, hold, wait,
Yes,
hold.
it would still be.
And am I seeing... I'm going to look down there. Do I see anything?
His big eyeball goes, hi. Do you have any Grey
What's
Poupon?
up? What's up, bro? We're here. I'm going to drop my coin in the hole.
We might want to check the other tombs before we go down.
I believe that's what you would see.
Beef. Excuse me.
So do you guys want to spend some time looking through the other sarcophagi
Yes.
first?
Yeah, I definitely want to try and
Absolutely.
open the other ones too.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Oh.
Tungdale's gonna try. Thorwald's gonna try to open the one he's next to. So
Yeah, I'll help whoever needs one.
I'm opening the one that I'm next to where Hemeth and I are.
'Cause
Oh,
I
got
couldn't open
what?
mine.
I got 20 spot. Tasha's old, but
All
she
right, I'll
got
head down
muscles.
then and open that.
You gonna help me with that one?
Well, there's 2.
The
Thorwald
one
probably
I'm
did not
standing
open
on,
theirs.
I can't
Yes.
open it.
Yeah, there should be 2 on the bottom right and 2 on the top left. They're
Maybe that's
bunk
why I
beds.
couldn't open this one. I forgot about the one on top.
Okay.
I'd say I'm opening the top one with that then. That you're apparently somehow standing on.
Aren't you going to take the gold laces and the ceremonial wand?
I gave the one to Prescott. I was taking the gold braces though.
They're still on the party sheet. You got to grab them. You got to get them out of there.
So you guys spend a little bit investigating these other sarcophagi. I'm not gonna make you do rolls for every single one, unless you really, really want to. My assumption is that if you throw yourself at it long enough, it's gonna open.
So what else do we find then?
Whip up explosives.
You could probably do that.
You find quite a few other things.
Bring it.
Each one of these had a single mummified corpse in it. It seems to be the source of the specters that you already fought.
Do we know anything about specters that hints that we should smash these corpses?
I'm curious if anything is magically. Or seems magically.
There's a whole bunch of stuff.
None of the items that have been found seem to have anything magical whatsoever.
So I'd be more worried. I'd actually be more worried about curses than actually magicals.
As far as you can tell, it's all just items that were laid with prized servants.
Tashe grabbed the golden censer and the yew staff. There's a ewer
Yeah.
of beaten gold, jeweled silver necklace, and an onyx ring.
So
I'm
it's
just gonna go for
basically a pitcher. I'll take the pitcher.
And just a ring.
It'll be for my booze when I eventually get more booze. Never mind.
I did that was that actually that was not intentional. We can take that back out.
Bastard. How dare you? You have to put it back in, I think.
There it is. There you go. I don't know why, but I didn't even reach up to the top one. I just grabbed the bottom one and they gave it twice. I don't know.
Monster.
Um,
Oh, I actually found it too.
Has the Ashlock hadn't gotten anything?
The only thing left is that
Necklace.
Yeah. Sure. Why not?
Thor likes
anyone
jewels, so
who was curious about the specters can go ahead and make a religion check.
Oh, yes, definitely. I should know a little bit about
Why the hell not? Even though I know nothing but booze. Can I brew the specters into a fine ale?
spectral wine. Complete with the hint of the grave.
Yes. I must now find a way to brew specters.
So Thulwar, Tungdil, and Prescott, you would know that they were specters. That the raising of specters is usually to do, most likely the source of the soul for these specters was the corpses that are in these tombs.
These must have been like his court, maybe, or
If
high
you
up
remember
servants or
the
something. Sorry.
the first diorama in that first room had braces surrounded by servants.
And curious, maybe the jars in the other room were pretty much the bits of these servants.
Ashok, you would have taken it a little bit further and known that they can't survive in sunlight. It doesn't really apply down here, given you're in the Underdark, but if you guys were on the surface, they would have to stay in the dark.
Moonbeam work on him? Probably the right spell. Then.
Well, it does radiant damage, not necessarily sunlight damage. But a spell like Daylight may have hurt them.
Right.
And then to Shay, you
Knows
would
everything
know
about
that typically spectrals, or specters, are they are driven by hatred of living creatures. Once they see something living, they will not leave it alone.
Bunch of jerks.
And that these types of ghosts are entirely beyond redemption. They don't go to the final resting place of normal dead people, essentially. With the destruction of their spectral form, that is basically tearing their soul apart.
Nice.
So in other words, we just killed off the soul survivors.
I mean, I suppose that's one way to put it.
That's depressing when you put it that way.
You put them to the closest thing they will ever know to rest.
It's funny, I put in Brewer's Guide to the Underdark and I haven't found anything. I'm sad.
Time to sober up.
No! No!
Hang out with Tashay. She's always drunk.
And that seems to be about it in this room.
I did, Silver.
Hmm?
There's no other way out, huh?
Do we have a rope?
You won't find anything else.
Just that hole. Is there stairs or is it just
Let's
a
just
hole?
jump in the hole. Get in the hole.
How is our health looking, guys? Everybody just Tungdil? Everyone
Yes,
else
just
is
me.
okay?
Dragonborn go
cast
down the hole.
Healing Spirit on Tungdil if he needs,
Cool.
which I can do.
I have a rope. I will tie it to the coffin up top there and use it to go down.
Basically, I
Shut
make a Patronus and put it on Tungdil's square. Do you want healing before you go down there?
Well, yeah,
Shadow-
but I'm just tying the rope.
Oh my god, I have daylight?
All right. Oh, you
Jesus
do?
Christ, that's a power. Yeah, I have daylight as a spell. It's a 3rd level spell.
That's what would have crushed these things.
That's a crazy
Well,
powerful spell.
Save it
That's
because,
fireball.
well, we're going deeper.
Okay, hold on. If I cast Healing Spirit on Tungdil, I think I will be out of. That is a level 2. No, I'll have one more level 2. So, Look
Healing
out here.
Spirit is one that lasts.
I need to concentrate on it, right?
Yes.
Do you wanna okay. As
I'm
long as
thinking I
that
might
stays
actually
with
do
us.
this at a 3rd slot, so it's 2d6 instead of 1d6.
Yeah, as long as it can move down with us to the next level.
It's a spirit. Basically, what it is I cast it, and the shape of whatever animal spirit I want lands, and I can either somebody can step into the square with it, or I can move it into the square with somebody in it, and then each time they'll get. Let me just make sure it's each time. Let me find it. Spirit looks like a transparent beast or fae. Until the spell ends, whenever you or a creature you can see moves into the spirit's space for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there, cause the spirit to restore 1d6 hit points to the creature. No action required. The spirit cannot heal constructs or undead. As a bonus action on your turn, you can move the spirit up to 30 feet to a space you can see. So I would assume that. How deep can we tell how deep the hole is? I mean, it's not 30 feet, right? Or is it just too dark to see?
Well, how much does that thing heal? 1d6 every.
I'm trying to figure when you
Hmm.
move into the spirit's space for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there. So every turn, if you're in the space, you'll grab 1d6, or if I cast it at a third level, it'll be 2d6.
So that'd be what, every 10 seconds then? Basically?
Yeah. So
Every
basically,
it doesn't specify round,
Hmm.
so you could move into the space, get healed, move out of the space, and the next person can use it.
But can I move back and forth, back and forth?
It would be once per your turn.
Ah. So only once.
Once per round, per person. As long as that spot ends up clear. So this hole would be probably about 20 feet deep.
okay, so I could cast it up here and then drop it down to the floor below.
Yes.
In the spirit of the Underdark, I'm going to make a spider. And I cast this. I spin my staff around in my hand like a drumstick and cast a spider right next to Tungbill. So right, probably. Actually, I'll put it right on.
That works.
So that's a third level spell slot. Take that. All right. So I have no level 30. But Tugdill, you can roll 2d6. Or do I do that? Yeah, let me target him and I can.
Go for it.
Do I have you targeted? Yep. Nice. So you got 10 back.
Which it automatically did do.
What do you mean?
It did, or you casting it that way did it. I don't need to go in and modify his hit points.
Oh, right. I just did the heal button twice.
Yeah. Just don't forget that it is third level, so every time it does 2d6, not the 1.
Yep. I should make another heal button that is for higher level spells.
The other option was to grab it and right-click before you dropped it. But
Yeah,
since
just
you
grab
did
it like you normally would, and then right click while you have it. That's.
Oh, that's right. Like the way you would add 2 dice.
Yes.
Yeah. Then, all right. So we jumping down.
I'm ready.
Yep. I got my rope secure. I'm going down. Slide. I'm assuming it drops off to the corner.
Pretty
That's
much.
neat. So I remember.
Investigation.
How deep is the hole again?
20 feet.
20
that's
feet,
not
and there is a rope tied.
I just jump on the rope and
Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy,
slide
shimmy,
down.
shimmy.
I'm down.
Well, do you want me to investigate first?
I'm already down there. And I'm pulling my spider down with me. I got my spectral spider. Comes down.
Yay.
Actually, if it lands,
do.
you stepped aside, so
Suddenly, delayed blast fireball engulfs the room. Everybody dies.
boy, you're an optimist.
I know, man.
It's the
God
Underdark.
damn sickness.
He says, "No, I'm a realist. I need to grab my circle." I don't know where the hole was, but you can move that purple circle wherever you want. That's my thing.
Well,
I pointed the spider. I look at Tongue, I pointed the spider. Like, run through that again. Just run back and forth.
I'll be fine.
so you kind of look around this room, and you see all of the walls in here have really beautiful murals, similar to the ones in that first room where with the floating cities. But the murals in here are particularly, like, it's rich pigment, and there's inlays of semi-precious stones.
Very well preserved.
You
I
do
think
see a gilded sarcophagus against the wall on top of a stone bier.
Oh my
Now
gosh,
that
the
one we
other
have
one.
to open.
I bet that other one was a decoy. I don't know why I didn't think about that.
almost guarantee the other
But-
one was a decoy.
I mean, I did, but I was kind of like,
Oh,
But-
Godoy, godoy.
I
Before you
didn't
can
do it.
really investigate,
Oh.
That's where those
Oh, yeah,
bastards.
pretty much.
Oh,
you watch as another spectral figure, much larger and much more dangerous looking,
Ooh.
rises from the sarcophagus, and she calls out, saying that your death will free me from this prison.
Oh, hell no.
and I
She
put my hands
can't.
up. I'm like, no. Let's talk about this.
And
Hold.
once dead, you will still serve me.
No. We're gonna talk
you
about.
brought your toilet paper.
Pop down a turret. I'm just basically just popping down a turret. As soon as that thing opened up on its own, it's like, oh no, hell no. Force turret.
Oh my god, it's racist. We're fucked.
And you also hear a different voice, the same telepathic voice that you guys heard from a distance, say, "In the sarcophagus, I can help you."
What?
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 From up above, or
From
Great.
it seems to
Inside.
be from inside that sarcophagus.
The one the wraith is
the one that it's standing on?
in. Okay.
So I run up and smash them, I guess.
Push it out of the way.
Well, we kind of have a spectral critter in front of us too. So, but yeah,
Damn it.
which turret were you
Sorry.
going to summon?
I said the force turret. It's a force turret.
Force.
I'm not doing the flamethrower one in a close place like this. Though actually, I already said force. I was about to say, no, I reconsider maybe the shield one would be better, but I already said force. So, oh well. So I've never actually had a chance to use a shield one.
I can swap it if you want.
All right, we'll see if it's actually useful.
The defender turret.
Yes.
Stop making it angry at you.
I didn't do it this time.
And that would be... Okay.
So initiative then, I
And-
guess.
Yeah, go ahead and re-roll initiative, everybody.
Hmm,
Fuck.
Well, so much for that one.
Jesus.
And
Yeah, the turret needs to be moved up to me.
yeah, I'm working on how to. Let's see.
It's just spamming that turn undead.
Oh, no, I can't figure out, it's not letting me do that. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Weird. I don't know why it's not letting me do this.
Okay.
Reasons.
There's reason. This guy.
So of course it starts with Topsy.
Who is no down there?
Save us, Topsy. You're our only hope.
Yes, Hubble.
The green square that I just put there is the approximate location of the hole. Topsy's going to run about right there. Can't really get down very easily.
Okay, I give you your
So
pets.
it's going to cast Blur on itself. Herself. And that'll bring us to Prescott.
Thank you for the nuzzles.
Prescott, who isn't around half the time.
Who is apparently asleep.
He
Oh,
fell
no.
asleep in his chair.
Yes.
That would explain the
It's quiet.
lack of energy earlier. Jade, you're too hard on him. Next I give the poor man a break.
No.
He said that would not be necessary.
By the way, where is the cat anyway?
Whose cat?
Your cat. One that's usually
Oh.
annoying people.
I assume he's asleep too.
Probably on Brad.
Thank you for licking my nose after you licked your butt.
Anytime.
Not that Silver's never had to deal with that.
There's not a whole lot that he can do without being able to see Braces from up here.
We're kind of like covering the opening at the bottom.
So he's going to walk up and ready Eldritch Blast, because
That's what he does.
no, that's partially what he does, and also that's all he really can do without getting right in front of it. Turvy is going to spend his entire turn just to get down there. And that is pretty much it.
By the way, the turret, the turret's effect is a 10-foot 10-foot radius circle. So basically 20-foot diameter.
Oh, speaking of which, I forgot to actually put it on the map. So if you feel free to move it wherever it was that you spawned it.
And basically, yeah, like I said, 10-foot radius circle centered on it.
Hemoth is going to spend their entire turn getting down there. Didn't really want to group up with everybody. Is kind of terrified because it just split off, but... And Tishay.
Okay. Tishay is going to head down there. Well, yeah, go ahead. And is that her whole action?
It's very difficult to move down there.
Is it just too crowded? That's fine.
You can make it down there, but it would take your full action. You would be able to put yourself anywhere down there that's not occupied that you wanted to.
Right.
Recommend within range of the
So-
turret.
Yeah, it's fine. I just don't know. It's kind of weird.
So shall we make the spirits say, I see the light?
Because it would take your full movement normally to get where
Mhm.
Tungdal is standing.
Right. I'm just trying to decide whether I mean, there's nothing I can do. Can I do anything for my party members while I'm up here?
Yeah, come down and help.
Are you sure?
You can see the 4 upper squares. So you can see Tungdal, Ashok, Thulwar, and the turret. If you move one forward.
I don't know what happened to my spells, because Like normally I have all the spells on my thing, but for some reason, I don't know, it's weird. It's like not I don't know. I'll have to re-put them in.
It could have been my fault because I did something that apparently messed up Fantasy Grounds.
Earlier.
I do believe
Hold on a second.
I do believe that's all of the spells that you have prepared.
Yeah. I mean these are the ones I have prepared for sure.
But yeah, you should have all of them. Why you don't, I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Okay. Well, then you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna come over here to one of these sarcophaguses.
Sarcophagi.
One with a dead body in it.
That's all of them.
And I'm gonna reanimate it.
Okay.
Damn it! I just spit my coke. Holy shit! when he said that,
And here I thought Tashay was a good cleric.
I know, right? Now she's doing his neck. I literally just spit my coke out. Hold on.
That does take it does take a minute to cast. It is not an action.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Oh.
And you stick your finger up his butt and say, "You better get up now."
All right. I was thinking that it would give
Get up on it.
just an extra set of hands.
Just walks up to the sarcophagus like,
wake up, fucker.
Is this considered a fiend?
Mm-mm.
Is Brysis of Came considered a fiend?
We're thinking more undead.
Just asking.
you never know.
Based off of your knowledge of specters, this would be undead. It's
So
not a specter, but it seems to be of the same sort of make.
It's in the category of I'm gonna fuck you up unless you kill me now.
Okay. All right. YOLO. She jumps in. She's in. She's going down.
Here's the power of daylight.
I don't think that would help.
Where would you like to end up?
As far away from Brysis of Came as possible.
Like
But
I said,
near-
just remember if you want to be in range of the turret, it's 10 foot, 2-foot radius. So
Okay. Yeah, I'll be near the defender turret then. I'll scoot Turvy out of the way. Get out of the way.
You can make it to that corner if you want.
Yeah, that'd be good. Okay, so let me.
well, let's say you may or may not think it might do anything, but it'd be, on the flip side is, could it hurt?
No, it cannot hurt.
Well, it cannot
Okay,
hurt
sorry
us.
about that. Sorry it took so long. I try to have things prepared. Moment.
Now if I just stop coughing.
And now that you're close enough, you can definitely tell it's definitely undead.
Foul darkness.
It does kind of stink, doesn't it?
The light will send you back to hell.
Send them all right back to hell.
Must it? I just got out of that relationship.
Tough shit. Going
back. Similarly, this is the only undead you sense.
I don't think it matters.
I was just curious. Can I? No, that's a reaction. Okay. I need more bonus actions, man.
And that brings us to Ashok.
Our one saving grace, he rolled very poorly.
So I was just checking the player's handbook, and because I had to validate something and correct me. So I'm running my healing spirit, which requires concentration. I can still cast another spell as long as that spell does not require concentration.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. So
Because if you try to concentrate on something else, your
yeah, it
healing
dropped
spirit
the first-
drops.
Okay, so
You can also wild shape if you wanted to, and still keep the healing spirit up.
Okay. And the movement of my healing spirit is bonus action. But I'm gonna leave it where it is, and I'm going to fling an ice knife at this thing. Let's see what that does. That's really about the only spell. So I don't want to run up to it and use my. Let's
They're all like standing back and throwing rocks in it. Ugh.
see. I'm not going. You go near it. No, you go
Someone
near
whips out a kitchen sink.
Where do you want to throw it at? Like, I know you want to hit it, but it is a large creature.
it. Yeah, I want to hit the back corner of it, so I don't. Because if I hit the front, and then when it explodes, the turret would take damage. I don't
Okay.
know what.
Yes, you don't want to knock out the turret.
Yeah. So basically, probably where the green health dot is on that thing. If I
Okay.
can place it back there.
Well, even just hitting the square, any of the 3 squares it picks up that's not next to the turret is fine.
Okay.
And that did hit.
Okay. So he's got to save.
You should have 2 different damages on there.
Yep. The first one's for the
first
actual
one
hit.
was the hit, so go ahead and roll that, because it did hit.
And then the explosion one.
And then the explosion, which it failed its save for.
Okay. So that takes that. Nice.
Oh, on a side note, regarding the voice we've been hearing about, I'll help you. I am suddenly reminded of the old Bugs Bunny cartoon, Nighty Night Bugs, the singing sword.
No. No.
And
No.
with that ice knife, you notice that it doesn't seem to do quite as much damage as you'd expect.
It's immune.
It does still do some damage, but the explosion seemed to be resisted in some way.
Yay.
Time to choose a different element.
I choose
Wow.
you.
Now for Seraph.
Seraph is going to do an interesting thing.
Ew.
Summon Myconid.
He's going to run up, see how crowded it is down there. Kind of get some sort of bearing based off of where everyone is. Did you just throw stool down there?
He said summon Mike did. I put it back. Yeah, don't throw stool in there. That's gross. I mean, I know it's a shithole, but come on.
And he's going to
Stool, no.
Well, that's kind of fun, actually.
each creature, or each object in a 20-foot cube within range.
Oh, oh.
Oh, no.
So he can cast this in a way that doesn't affect most of you.
Uh-oh.
I don't like the word most.
It's gotta affect a cube he can see. And I've already established he can see the top left 4. He figures better the turret than people,
No, you idiot.
and he's gonna cast Fairy Fire.
Oh well. Fwing. Oh, how pretty. Burn it anyways.
Because it doesn't specify he has to see the creature making the save. Just that the area of effect is where he can see. And amazingly, your turret made the save.
Thank goodness.
And Braces did not.
Suck it,
So don't be surprised if your attacks have advantage. They're supposed to.
Yay!
Sorry, what'd you say? I had an armful of fuzz. Just kidding. I
Advantage.
heard it.
Kitty, meow, meow.
Yes, Hubble. You want to be picked up.
Actually wants to be picked up.
Oh, Hubble loves being held.
It also starts shedding light in 10 feet. Not that it
Oh,
really...
shedding.
Yes, shedding.
God, I hate it when they shed.
Just get that vacuum
Tasha
cleaner
picks
out.
out a light lint brush.
And he's going to back up so he's out of the way a little bit. And that brings us to Thor.
All right. Thor is going to have it basically take his crossbow and take a couple shots at it because, well, why the not? Especially with advantage. Now, do I select advantage or is it automatically going to apply?
It's already on there.
Okay.
That definitely hits.
Wow, they were the same number.
Yep, both 19s. That definitely hits also. Yeah, you did a good chunk of damage.
All right, and my turn is over. The turret's going to do what it does. A pulse, basically the pulse.
Okay.
So everybody, basically, basically gonna be a positive energy pulse. Everybody within 10 feet gets temporary hit points equivalent to 1d8 plus my intelligence modifier. I'm not even sure if there's anything I can roll for that.
You have actually coded in.
He does? Okay, cool.
Yep.
There we are.
So go ahead and select. Okay. You just gave Braces of Kame 10 temporary hit points.
No.
That's positive energy, though.
Temporary hit points is not the same thing.
It says a burst of positive energy. I wasn't saying for damage for that.
Yeah.
And each creature,
each creature of your choice.
There you go. That's why I wanted basically the party close by.
Yeah, I'm just saying that was targeted to Braces.
Oh, no, I was targeting Bryce for my time.
It's because
I see what you mean.
Yeah, it's because it's based off of who you have.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying that it basically was effective. It's like no, it shouldn't be. It might not be working, but I'm not sure how to cause my to fix it.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Hibbity-hobbity.
To be fair, it's the first time I've actually used this turret, so.
How dare you be unprepared?
Turvy, Ashok.
I figure with something this nasty, a little extra health is not going to be a bad thing.
And itself. So those of you down there receive the benefits of this.
Oh yeah.
Next round, I have to re-roll it, so it may change. Basically, temporary hit points may change. So
Okay. And that brings us to Tungdil.
Tongdil move, Tongdil smash.
Tungdil trip on beard, fall on the floor, and laugh.
Now, were you able to pass through that spirit?
No.
Hopefully.
Yes.
All right, let me. This.
A.
Definitely hit. That also hit.
Am I standing in the healing spirit?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't realize it. Okay.
But
you don't
anyone
get it
who
'cause-
passes through your square can also benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I just didn't realize I was actually standing on it.
And I believe that was all you wanted to do, Tungdil?
Yeah, but can I... Actually, I don't have that coded in, do I? If he attacks anyone other than me, he gets disadvantage.
That thingy...
I guess you'll just roll it as is. Just click it when he rolls or something.
You have...
Any attack roll that isn't against me.
Okay.
When the target hits a creature other than you with an attack, the target has resistance to damage.
Yeah, that part I'll have to do when if they choose to attack someone else.
Exactly.
And... Okay, Eldith.
Hubble has found a hair tie. He is happy.
Would really love to get down there.
Well, there's more room.
It's a little bit complicated by the fact that it's 20 feet down.
Oh, that's a nice little hop.
She's going to go ahead and spend her turn getting down. She's just that little bit too far away to just take Tungdil's spot. So since she has the full second turn of movement, she's gonna run there. Has no bonus actions. And that brings us to Bryces. Well, luckily, it's the only creature down here that was dead. It is going to cry out and attack Tungdil.
Yay.
Your alcohol sucks.
And miss.
Yay.
And that is actually all that it can do. Fargus is nowhere near it. Is going to that was run up, use its bonus action to dash, and get way the hell in there.
Get deep in there.
Deeper, deeper, deeper.
That takes more. That takes lube.
That takes lots of lube.
And is going to shoot his crossbow. And critical hit. And roll a whole bunch of damage, but it's partially resisted. Shooting a non-magical crossbow at a specter, essentially. Critical hit and extra damage on top of that.
Argus wanted this shit badly.
Topsy's the one that's still up here.
Thank you for helping me get to the tomb. I got my treasure. Goodbye.
Really doesn't want to get down in there. I suppose Fairy Fire effect doesn't need to stay up, considering it's done its thing. Topsy's going to use his entire action to get in and out of the way. Trusting in the fact that his form seems to be blurring a little bit. And that brings us to Prescott. That takes pretty much all of your movement to get down there. Because it's 20 feet straight down.
I had the same problem.
That hits. And so does that.
Full whap.
Good amount more damage.
Oh my god, totally out of game. I just saw this thing flash across my screen. Apparently, some reporter asked Bernie Sanders about his campaign. He goes, "What do you think? I'm dealing with a fucking global crisis." Oh, that shit just funny. I find that shit funny. Can't say it with a Boston accent.
She, Turvy, is going to attack with, oh, right, is going to first make a wisdom saving throw. And of course he fails. She fails. And it seems like the presence of this being is just so terrifying that she just runs away. She scrambles back up the rope, takes her entire turn, and just gets as far away as she possibly can.
Effectively getting out of combat entirely.
Hemoth. Apparently, everything's just gonna fail this saving throw.
Apparently, that is the order for the day.
Also runs away.
This does not bode well for us.
Yeah, that's concerning.
Okay.
All right. Tasha grabs her
hang on.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
Same thing happens to you.
Fuck that shit.
Because you have disadvantage on saving throws, your save was 11.
Alright, so I scramble up the rope like a bitch.
You are frightened. You have to get as far away as possible.
I'm going up the rope. Or, I mean, if there's too many people in there, I mean, I guess the far away as possible would be, I don't know.
So that would be 35.
And how...
You still have 25.
And how many minutes am I...
Well, you're out of sight of it, which does help. You are frightened for a minute.
Okay. Can I
And
take this
you...
minute to cast Animate Dead?
Jesus, you still want to do no healing spirit for you.
No.
Well, you can't see it anymore, so you don't know what way's away from it, but you can't get closer to it.
Okay.
At the end of each of your turns, you can repeat the saving throw, which you already did, and still failed. You rolled the same number.
That's nice.
And it's not a charm effect, so Ashok does not have advantage. You're fine.
Okay.
But
You
but
rolled
is
a
it a
22
magical
total.
effect? Is it a magical effect though?
This would not be considered magic.
Oh,
It's
course not.
innate to this particular creature.
So
Which means I'm more likely going to fail it.
this time I'm gonna drop an ice knife
Nuke?
again.
Good
Okay,
news.
now this is
You made
go
your
ahead.
saving throw. You're immune for the next 24 hours.
oh sweet. So now I don't have to be worried. So it wasn't really a distance thing because I wasn't gonna go up and melee him.
It was something that I missed last round.
So I always get confused on this. I know that I can cast a non-concentration spell and keep that magic healing spirit up, but what's the rule with casting a spell as a like if I use my normal action to cast a spell, I can still use my bonus action to move the healing spirit, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So-
If you use a bonus action to cast a spell, you wouldn't be able to move the healing spirit.
Because then it's that 2 spell thing.
Its bonus actions can't be made into actions.
Yeah, that makes sense. So okay, so I'm gonna ice knife this guy on the back far corner. That way I don't hit Tungdil and Topsy.
Okay.
Don't hit us, we're sweet and innocent.
No, don't hit us.
And then ice knife him. Come on.
Well, it
Come
hit.
on, baby.
Okay, and then blew that.
Did a little bit. It succeeded the saving throw, which I think is still half damage.
Let me double check.
Mm.
Oh. Nope. If he succeeds, there is no damage on the explosion.
Oh. Okay.
And then I'm going to move the spider over here to sit where Tungdil is.
Yay.
And that will be... Oh, did I move the wrong one?
Yeah, it gets tricky when stuff's layered. That brings it back to Sereth.
You wonder what Sareth's doing with all this crap.
Plotting our destruction.
Yeah, probably.
Warranted.
So I did 2 damage that whole thing. Crap ass round.
Well, he doesn't really want to get in there.
Come on, Sarah, get up in there.
Slather on that lube and crawl in. No matter how tight it is.
Specifically because he's got the fairy fire effect going.
Yes, keep that going.
Just piling on the temporary hit points and the healing and everything onto Tungdil right now.
So he is going to for the moment, he is going to just stand there and ready an attack in case he can see something. He doesn't really want to get down there and be useless. But because of the distance involved, he can't get down there without using his action.
Being useless.
And he figures, he did just cast Fairy Fire.
He's done his part.
So roll a wisdom saving throw.
Hang on. And you failed.
I don't even get to roll my own saving throw.
Nope. Denied.
It's the effect.
Well, I'm
Rest
pretty
is
much
a
up where
button.
the other two are then, so.
And then you still have 25 feet.
Like I said, pretty much up where the other two are.
And you get... Well, good news for you, because you ended your turn and you couldn't see it anymore. You are now immune for 24 hours.
Can I still command my turret?
Depends on the range you are from your turret.
Because all it's gonna do is pulse. Do its hit point pulse. So.
You moved. Your speed's 25, right?
30.
30?
Yeah, 25. You're 25. You're right. 25.
25. You would still be within 60 feet of it.
So yeah, it's gonna do its pulse, which means the temporary hit point amount is going to change to the new pulse.
Okay. You may want to untarget Brysis.
Or you did so.
$11.
So basically, they go from 10 to 11 then.
Yes. Yours don't go away, but you don't get the 11.
Yeah.
You guys have done a good amount of damage to this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Fargus. And Tungdil. So, almost everybody has these temporary hit points now.
Nice.
Thulwar, Turvy, and Tashi, you 3 have 10 instead of 11.
Okay.
And then it's Hemith, Stool, and Sereth don't have them. Tungdil... Don't... Okay.
Does Tungdil get a roll for that healing zone?
Yes, because he started his turn in that zone. You can go ahead and roll the heal. And Tungdil, you are fine.
Tongue bill smash.
So Ashok,
I'm
if
rolling
you want to
it.
roll the heal
Yeah.
for him.
Okay. Did I target him correctly? Yep, I got him. Okay. Where'd my thing go?
Well, better than none.
Creeping back up there.
He's green again, at least.
Mm-hmm.
That does
7
hit.
and a 7.
It was a 7 and a 1.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh! I get a 6 on that. Fuck, no 6, but it's better than nothing. Actually, I did get a 6 and a 3.
Yeah.
Nice! Damn, take that!
You did quite a lot of damage to her. She's looking
As a
badly hurt.
bonus action, I spit on it.
Very fitting, especially considering you're raging.
Yeah, pretty much.
Peed all over the
I
floor. damn
do
it.
go blah, 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 blah.
No, you're not a vampire. If you were,
Okay.
there'd be problems.
There's a dwarven vampire now, it's canon.
Actually, there is in Ravenloft.
Eldith
No, this one, Forgotten Realms.
succeeded.
Ravenloft can touch Forgotten Realms.
That's true.
Also, I forgot
How could you?
to do that. Disadvantage on attacks that's not you.
And even if it hits, they get resistance to the damage.
Yep. Which is very good against this thing. Be glad it didn't hit you. Eldith is going to actually stand
Do
back
other things.
and shoot her
Twang.
longbow.
Pew pew.
And first hits. And of course, shoots again. Same number. And does a good amount of damage, but you can see Brysis is kind of flickering a little bit at this point. She is very, very, very hurt.
Scream.
But she still seems to be quite determined to take somebody out with her.
Well, yeah. Most undead tend to be that way.
And this time, she did hit.
What, me?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Bring on the pain.
You've been doing more damage to her than anyone else in here.
Bring on the pain.
And also be thankful for those extra hit points.
She does 400 damage.
Damn, your constitution's really good.
Bum ba bum 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 bum.
Negative levels.
The perk of being a dwarf.
Vargas has not made this save yet. And
Yes,
absolutely
Vargas.
fails.
By
Yipe,
far.
yipe, 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 yipe.
He rolled a 1.
He's scared for the rest of his life.
Well, that sounds about right anyway. Let's be fair about this.
Just had to have this shit, didn't you?
I mean, it is Vargas.
Oh wait, no. Yeah, no, that is Vargas, right? The one who wanted to come.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's the one who wanted to come here. He's like, this was a horrible mistake.
Just give me what's in the box. I'll be back in a while.
Unusual. He does save once he makes it out of the line of sight. Stool is obedient. Stool stays.
Stool makes stool. Just like the rest of us in the Brown Pants Brigade.
Topsy.
I never wear the brown pants.
One can never know.
Is suddenly frightened. Prescott you are fine.
Is he even awake?
No.
Prescott, wake up. We need you. You're our only hope.
So he decided to cast darkness.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I'm gonna fart in you again.
I mean, with Aslan, you're not wrong.
Well, actually, that's
the
the one who's
farts.
gone.
Damn it! No. Yeah. It's ironic, too, because I'm terrible with names. The fact that I remember anything is a miracle in and of itself.
Turvy since it's out of line of sight, does manage to shake off the frightened effect, but that was at the end of their turn. I did not mean to frighten him twice.
He's super frightened.
Roll critical damage for heart attack.
If he did roll a 1 on a fear roll.
He's going to run a little bit further away. To Shay,
Yes.
Shaw.
you are still
Run away.
frightened. The saving throw is at the end of your turn. If you take your turn trying to center yourself, you'll have advantage.
I will do that. Okay, so what kind of save do I roll?
because of the advantage part of this, I'll let you roll it. It's a wisdom saving throw. Be sure to click advantage.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not working on my end to give you advantage. Try that again.
I have
Oh,
disadvantage.
wait, no, because you have disadvantage. So
So it evened out.
15, yep. You made your saving throw.
Oh, yes.
It doesn't
Okay,
help for
good.
this turn, but you're no longer frightened.
Gotcha.
And Ashok, you resisted it, but
Hang on, boys. When I come down there, I'll brighten it up.
Bryce's is in darkness.
Okay, so I can't even cast.
Well, so much for the fairy fire.
You know, that's actually a good point. They can't be invisible. I would say it doesn't give you advantage anymore, but you can do a straight roll ranged attack, as long as you're not in the darkness, which you currently are not. You see
Okay,
like
then
a faintly glittering form.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just
Oh yes.
try to toss it in the same spot, assuming it hasn't shifted, and do one more. My last. No, actually, I have 2 more level 1 spots. All right, I'm going to do ice knife. Oof. That probably didn't do me too good.
That part didn't hit, but it still has the saving throw.
Yeah. So I smashed the wall because I can't see them all that great. And then hopefully the explosion bounces off it.
It failed the saving throw.
All right, and that's actually the better damage too. Better potential.
That did not take it out.
And I think I will leave this healing spirit where it is, and because nobody else is really wounded, and end my turn right there. Stay right there. Last. Oops, sorry, wrong one. I was trying to tick off another. Oh.
As long as you don't roll
Kind of funny.
damage, it's
Kind of funny
fine.
that roll. It was basically roll. One was a 20 and one was a 1.
Yeah.
The die are not with thee this day.
Where did Sereth go?
He ran
Oh,
away.
Seraph never came back down. He was maintaining the fairy fire.
Yes.
What did you do?
He fucked up. It's fine. Ignore it.
Yeah, I was trying to tick off my spell slot and
Oh.
just did that.
I was about to say, you already cast it. Why are you trying to again?
No, it's fine. Moving on.
Munchkin.
Need to do more munchkins.
It moved.
Does that mean I get to attack?
It didn't actually. I just couldn't get to the center of the sphere.
Boo. Okay, fine.
Okay, I'll pick you up. All right, there you go.
Okay.
You happy? There, you're getting tummy rubs.
Sheriff has 30 feet movement and now has a spot to move to. So he's going to use that same trusty heavy crossbow. And I forgot to hit the disadvantage first, but that's okay. Simply to give it a straight roll instead of the advantage. I believe. Yeah, it still would have hit either way. And you watch as the bolt strikes Bryces, and Bryces cries out and starts fading away.
Yay!
Woods.
We live to die another day.
And with
I don't
that,
trust it.
anyone who is frightened of it, which I think there's only Hemith. Oh, yeah, Hemith.
Hemoth, snap out of it! You're a bloody dwarf!
Um,
Get your shit together!
Topsy.
Is my foot tasty?
Apparently.
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
kind of food.
apparently. Yeah, apparently it is. Stop licking.
The frightened effect ends on anyone who was frightened, which was just Hemith and Topsy.
Okay. So I'm gonna move back down there again. Now that combat's over. It is over, right?
Seems to be.
Okay. And Prescott reunites with Stool.
I'm gonna start cranking on that sarcophagus.
Yeah, where the voice
yes,
was coming
yes.
from.
Surely nothing could happen.
All right, jump up on the top of it and run back.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab the top and wrench it open.
And I
As
fall
per
off.
typical.
It's actually not
place
too hard to open, especially now that the Wraith is gone. And you see Bryce's withered and mummified corpse, of course. And you
We're
see
across the room anyway. Run!
you see what looks like
Booty.
just the hilt of a longsword. It looks like a gilded longsword hilt.
Ooh, should we grab it?
Wait.
Thor actually
Yeah.
reaches in, picks up, goes, just looks at it. It's like,
You can make an Arcana check if you want, real quick.
sure. Because he's like picks up something like, the hell?
I was gonna be like, pull it out and be like, I have the power.
Is there anything in
That
there
was
that
just me.
is it the sword that was talking?
We don't know. So there was something in there that was talking.
Mhm.
You also see a like gold sheath in there.
Sheet?
Sheath.
The thing that a
sheath.
sword would go into.
Yes.
A scabbard.
sheath. There you go. Oh, potato.
It's hey, it's weapons condom.
You don't get all of the effects of what this hilt is, but it is definitely magical. Heavily magical.
Looks like we got some identifying time up on our hands coming up.
Find out next time on. No.
And I'd say with that roll, this seems a little bit weird. There's gotta be something more down here. And
Is there a
there's
false
sort of
bottom in this?
just there's something else magical in this room.
Well, there we go then.
Start
Yes.
yelling. She's already
Did he
done.
wake up,
Never
or was that a
mind.
roll for him?
Go Prescott, man, go.
Go, Prescott. Go,
He's
Prescott.
awake.
You're asleep.
Yay!
Wait, he's awake?
I have been.
Welcome back. We missed you.
You were asleep at one point.
It was hilarious.
For 10 minutes, but I've been awake for the last hour.
We missed you.
I'll start
And
jumping
Hubble's-
around on the floor.
Hubble's trying to be Grow Kitty.
Hubble.
Listening for Hollow.
You're not a telescope.
Did you come back
Oh,
down,
God.
Prescott? Down to the south of the tomb, at the foot of it, there's something there.
Like right where I'm at.
Closer investigation feels like a chest.
I poke it with a stick.
It's very invisible, but it definitely feels like there's a chest there.
Time to feel the chest. Ooh,
Guys, it feels like
soft.
my chest. So I'll like push it away. Is it like dirty or something covering it? Like, or is it under stone?
It is
You
invisible.
You can feel it, but you can't see it.
I have thieves' tools.
Is it metal?
It's
Spell
stone.
magic.
It's stone. Well, heat metal won't work.
It feels to be probably the same stone the stone beer is here.
You found
Stone
something?
Beer?
Somebody blow the lid
Her
off.
beer?
Who can explode
EIR.
things?
And while you're sitting there messing with it, it's definitely unlocked.
It's a mimic. I try to open it.
The lid lifts and you can see inside of it, but you still can't see the chest itself. You see a pile of gold and silver, 11 small gems, a necklace of some sort, and 2 potions.
Prescott, identify.
I run my hand on the inside of, like, I guess I can't see it, but I can kind of feel it, right?
Yeah.
Well, I've got access to a bag of holding if you want to put that stuff in there, but it's up to you.
So I feel like
Well,
making sure that
You might want to test the potion. what
Near
we
as
got.
you can tell, it's all there.
okay. I just pull it all up and dump it on the floor.
In total, there's 1,200 gold pieces and 4,000 silver.
Whoa.
And then I'll take a taste of the potion.
Yeah, that's definitely bag of holding volume. Unless you really want to be carrying around that much weight.
In that case, I don't think you want to be putting the bag of, well, it's just an invisible chest, so,
Well, or you just basically just dump put the contents into it and leave the chest there.
well, now, how much does the chest weigh, then?
It's stone.
I hold up one of the
yeah,
potions. I'm like,
fuck.
look at this potion. It's got a tiny heart in it.
Someone identify it?
It's a potion of heart attack.
look at it, I think I
Potions
like
are
I've never
actually
seen
kind of
something
one
like
of the interesting things to identify. You can just take a tiny little sip and instantly know what it is.
I'm gonna take a little finger dip of taste of this.
I'll laugh my ass off if it's an oil instead.
You fall madly in love with Prescott.
Oh yeah, yes. We have filter. Basically, we have 2 filters of love for an undead critter. That's well, I've seen Stranger.
Well,
My darling,
And suddenly Ashok gets a boner for the undead.
I'm like, ooh, I got a filter of love. Ooh, somebody come drink this and fall in love with me. I'm like, we'd have to sneak this into somebody's drink to use this.
Potion of weed.
What is it?
You could
This
go
is
back
called-
and give it to the demon lord.
Called the filter of love.
Give it to
Okay.
Zugdemoy.
The next time you see a creature within 10 minutes after drinking this filter, become charmed by that creature for 1 hour.
Mm.
If the
I wonder if
creature
that would
is
work
of
on the
a
demon lord.
species and gender you are normally attracted to, you regard it as your true love while you are charmed. This potion's red rose-hued effervescent liquid contains one easy-to-miss bubble shaped like a heart. I hold it up. It's like, somebody take this away from me right now.
I'll take it.
And then I'll pull out the other vial that I found and put my finger in that, taste it. And I was like, I'm betting this is.
It tastes
Yeah.
quite minty.
Oh, it's mouthwash.
It
It's a potion
actually
of
says that it's a vial filled with red fluid that smells strongly of mint.
You've discovered menthol.
Healing potion that I throw back on the.
Healing potions, yes. Ooh, it's greater healing. That's even better. Are you gonna? I want the necklace. Hey, Prescott. Do you
I
mind
throw the
taking
necklace
out?
at Shay.
Look at
Mm.
this necklace for me.
Party, please.
Well, the necklace is definitely magical.
So like I said, I figure I probably got some identifying ahead of me when we have break time. That's a good boy.
As a note with this necklace, it's a necklace with several beads hanging from it.
Whoa.
No, it's not.
I
that
can think
kind
of
of
I
bead.
can think of a few different necklaces that could
No,
be
not
in.
that kind of bead.
Only one of them's good.
Do they have a long string that could be considered anal beads?
That's what no, it's not that good.
Explosive anal beads.
Well, I mean, considering it is on a necklace,
I mean, I guess if you got your head up somebody's ass.
This is no time to be a politician.
Prescott gets a 17 Arcana. What badass.
and actually I need to modify this.
Beef. Excuse me.
Chicken.
Huh? What? I don't get it.
I don't know why. It struck me so funny. Roasted. Like, chicken.
Blark.
Oh shit, that's funny.
Eat more chicken.
Yes.
Or something?
Why
No,
not?
you
Oh,
said
okay.
beef and she said chicken.
Yes.
And
Holy shit,
then
that was
there's
funny.
also 11 zircons in there.
Ooh, gems.
What about the necklace? What about the necklace?
Precious. You learned it's magical.
The zircons may not be magical, but gems are nice.
Could they be
Those are
magical?
gemstones. We had a guy at my
That's
college
what
dorm.
was found in the sarcophagus.
His nickname was Gems because he.
Oh yeah, did we ever try to identify the sword and scabbard?
Well, that's Thor's holding the sword. Someone else is holding the scabbard. But basically, like I said, at next it's break time. Thor's gonna break out the identifying stuff for everything.
At this point, it seems that everything has been cleared of this tomb.
So the
No.
necklace isn't magical, and the
No, necklace is magical.
oh
Necklace is magical, and
We just
the
don't know what
hilt
kind it is yet.
magical.
oh, do we not know what kind it
Enjoy
is?
anti
That's why I said that's what the identification is going to come up during downtime or during rest break
I got you.
because it's a ritual.
I got you. My bad.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
At
I'll
this
trust
point,
you.
is there anything else that you guys want to do? What would you like to do from here?
Poke Fargas,
Fargas.
and that's okay.
Is there anything in this
Yeah, Chief.
You're
tomb?
jump up and down in that chest, see if it breaks open.
Yeah. Is there? Where's that voice came from?
something in this pile of shit.
I would bet the scabbard.
Watch basically the voice came from the little golden condom.
I mean, does our lovely mage extraordinaire or warlock extraordinaire want to give the scabbard a shot before we get out of here?
I would if the DM didn't just run away.
Damn, no!
What are you doing, Hubble? Oh, hair tie. Never enough said.
Mhm.
Need to empty out my rain catch soon. It's almost full.
Mm-hmm. And here I am with all the freaking ice and snow still.
No, we got some.
Well, you know that there's a leak over in the roof over my room.
No, you're not wrong.
The catch right now is holding about 10 liters of water.
Jesus.
Rainstorm
All right.
came
Is there?
through this.
Was
You
there
need a
anything
better
else
place, God heaven.
in this tomb that we did not get to? Did we get all the doors and stuff?
Apparently, we got everything.
Okay. Good.
We just need to divvy up or store the pile of coinage because that's heavy. That is a fairly heavy amount of coinage.
Throw it in the sack.
I also have a bag of holding.
Give it up in half and throw it in the sacks.
All right. When Christina back, basically put half in one sack and half in the other sack, and then we can just divvy up the other tidbits.
You got 2 sacks.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
believe you guys found one towards the end of the last session. Because you
And
found it.
Dolores had one for a long time now.
If we find a place that sells booze, you owe me.
Fargus says, this is more than I ever dreamed of. This must have been the end of the tomb.
Should we like? Oh, no,
What
sorry.
did you
I'm
do
glad you
wrong?
have such low expectations, Fargus. Thanks for running us all through here.
And it only cost you your entire other party. What a bargain.
For a split second, I misread one of the items there is basically Tashay having a Bitcoin. It's like,
I don't know. I thought there was another door. I must be a mistake. Well, I guess this is as good a place as any to have a rest.
So, Fargus, what are you going to do now that you're done here?
Fish.
I was going to say shrimp.
Beef and shrimp.
sigh. Yes, the aisles and aisles of no ramen.
No, that sounds like a terrible place, and none of us should ever go there.
That was Walmart.
Yes, exactly. None of us should ever go there.
Yeah, exactly.
Just so you can get the full effect here.
Wow.
Oh, there's the hidden room over there.
I don't exactly understand the connection of the hidden room to the upper level, because it did say northeast. But okay.
It lies.
Everybody walks past and takes a ceremonial piss in the upper sarcophagus and closes it back up.
And Fergus says, well, I guess the deed is done here. I suppose I'll be backed off to Blingdenstone.
Where's that again?
So you're just gonna bail on us?
Oh, well, Topsy and Turvy we're wanting to go to Blingdenstone as well.
We're off to Blingdenstone.
And Dolor wants to head
I
off
think-
to Muntal Dareth.
Tashay will ask Fargus, do you think we can find a guide in Blingdenstone that could take us out of the Underdark?
He pauses for a moment, and he says, I'm certain that the leaders there have someone that could guide you to the surface, but it wouldn't be cheap. And they may have a quest for you.
Well, certainly have the money to pay them. Then I say we go to Blingdenstone.
Autofellatio. The new word of the day.
Autofellatio. You must be very flexible, kind of thing.
So when you guys left Neverlight Grove, you were about halfway-ish. It was about the same distance to Blingdenstone or Gracklstuff. You guys had chosen to go towards Gracklstuff because the tomb was on the way and Hemoth wanted to go to Gracklstuff.
Okay, Gracklstuff first then.
At
So
this
Gracklstuff,
point,
then
it would be a little bit further to get to Blingdenstone than it would be to Gracklstuff at the moment.
And Gracklstuff was the one with
Basically, that's a Duergar city.
Hmm.
Not the best place to be when you're a regular dwarf.
So, can we go to Gracklstuff and then to Blingdenstone? Like, is it on the way?
Yeah, it's more one way or the other kind of thing.
Oh.
From where you were, it was kind of a triangle.
Yeah.
One direction took you to Blingdenstone, pretty much 90 degrees took you to Gracklstuff, but because there's no easy straight in between, it gets a little bit complicated with distance. It's probably a similar distance from Gracklstuff to Blingdenstone as it was from Neverlight to either one.
Well, that's good.
Either way, we don't have to make a decision right now. You do have some time to think it over. There is an IC chat channel now.
Oh, you set them up. Sweet.
For both campaigns.
Cool, thanks.
Well,
we
was there
have
any other reason that we were going to Gracklstuff, or was it just because Hemoth wanted to go there?
It was
Hemoth wanted to go.
Hemoth and the Lost Tomb was kind of on the way.
And that was it, just Hemoth now.
Now it's just Hemoth. That you know of.
I suppose we can have a conversation next time around about the place from Hemoth. I'd say worst comes to worst, we could probably send him on his way from here by himself if we really want to, if it's not that far off for him, and just go the other direction if we weren't planning on coming back again.
Fargus says that Blingdenstone's not likely to accept coin in trade for a guide to the surface, but rather services.
Oh my.
No more
services.
Oh, boy.
services.
Hence his mention of a quest of some sort, but he knows no
Oh.
details.
Oh, a quest. Oh. Handle.
What did you think
Talking
he
about
said?
that
Nah, if you're
question.
thinking of those kind of services,
Yeah, I don't
we're
know
wondering
if
what
I
kind
wanna
of
know
what
what
David
you were
would
thinking.
follow.
Hey, she is devout. She will do what was necessary.
Take one for the team.
Oh my.
Literally.
And
Start up
I'm
the
gonna
train.
go ahead and say that you guys took a little bit to identify these weapons, or the weapon and the necklace.
Yeah.
Since it's going to be assumed that you'll take a long rest at some point.
Yes, we're going to assume that.
Cool, because I needed that. I was out
That-
of everything.
I'm guessing that the gold sheath wasn't found to be magical, correct?
Not at all.
Okay. It was decorative, okay.
But it looks pretty.
It'll sell.
It's a little bit weird too, because the sword is just the hilt visible.
The rest of the sword is invisible? How did I miss this?
There's no blade. It is just
As
the
in,
hilt.
just holding up a bare hilt, no blade.
But wasn't the chest also invisible?
Yeah, but it was tangible. There's a difference. But
That is very interesting.
uh-oh.
So you take some time and you examine this sword.
Tache will spend some quality time with Stool, teaching him his ABCs and telling him not to.
So you use identify on this sword and you find out that it is similar to a sun blade.
Okay.
You can use, if you're attuned to it, you can use a bonus action to make a blade of pure radiance spring from the hilt, or cause the blade to disappear. While the blade exists, the magic longsword has the finesse property.
Nice. Especially since no strength bonuses here.
If you're proficient with short swords or long swords, you're proficient with this sword. It's a +2 longsword, which deals radiant damage instead of slashing damage. When you hit undead with it, it deals extra radiant damage. When the blade is out, it has bright light in a 15-foot radius and dim light for an additional 15 feet. And
It sounds
it's
like it would
sunlight.
fit Tache.
I know. She's not really a sword wielder. That sounds pulling over.
And what's with the necklace?
While the blade
Since
persists, you can
What?
use it. While the blade persists, you can use an action to expand or reduce its radiance of bright and dim light by 5 feet each, up to a maximum of 30 feet each, or a minimum of 10 feet each.
Brightest. Oh shit.
It's got a dimmer.
While holding
dimmer.
While holding the weapon, you can use an action to touch a creature with the blade, and cast Lesser Restoration
Then cast that.
once per day.
Concho!
Sorry about that cut.
I mean, yeah, you can cast it once a day, but this wouldn't take a spell slot.
This is
I
true.
love it.
And
Her like
it's
hands start shaking.
also a sentient weapon.
Oh my gosh.
I think we found. I think we found who was talking to us.
Yay!
It's
Um,
from
I'm still curious which kind of necklace that is, though.
it's from Lathander himself.
Write that in the book.
You write that in your
The-
book.
It has hearing and dark vision out to a range of 120 feet. It can speak, read, and understand Common, and it can communicate with its wielder telepathically. Its
Huh,
voice
why
is
is
kind
that?
and feminine.
It's what? It's kind and feminine? Oh my god.
It knows every language you know while you're attuned to it.
I can't take it anymore. Stop. It's too good.
Sorry. All right, I think I got control.
Its name is the Dawnbringer.
How does that ring a bell?
I have seen the light.
Have I heard that name before?
The bringer of dawn. In the
Considering
in the pit of darkness, in the clutches of evil, dawn has
Stop. I
been
think you're.
brought.
I'm just gonna say your voice is getting a little shaky.
I think you're gonna have an. Are you? Is your
Masturbating?
seat wet?
I know, right?
The sword is not the Oathbringer; it's the Dawnbringer.
Tasha says, "I need a moment."
She'll
When I
definitely
think
see the
of
light
that-
with this one.
When I think about it, I touch myself.
Oh,
shit!
I think this is the most I've spoken all night. What the fuck?
And
Yeah.
And it's in regards to Shay touching herself over.
it's orgasmic swords are very popular.
I
I thought
don't.
it was the buzzy wands.
What happened to the
considering
anal beads?
Considering,
I was gonna give those to you anyway. Funny.
considering the age of this tomb and the location of this sword and the fact that these creatures were fiercer than may have otherwise been expected, it is highly unlikely that you would have ever heard of anything called the Dawnbringer.
Mm.
And a necklace full of explosive anal beads +5.
Where is the sword? I must have it now.
Thulwar has the sword.
What are you doing with my sword?
Wow.
Give it back.
And the necklace is a necklace of fireballs with 7 beads.
And you're giving that to Prescott?
Look, we can fireball together. Look. Bam. Did you see that, Thulwar?
Well, it gives a backup to the Eldritch Blasts.
Give me my sword. I will cast fireball. I will reanimate your corpse and cast it again.
Excuse me?
Just kidding. Sort of.
Wow, someone had a sudden alignment change.
All
Hey,
your
man.
friends are dead.
Magical sentient swords do that, man.
Keep in mind, this has to be attuned by a creature of non-evil alignment.
I am not evil. I am.
We feel it's important to know that the party must not be evil for this one.
It depends how much booze they're offering.
I can attune to a lot of items.
What's amazing about this sword is that it's actually in the module. I did not add it.
That's cool. God, I've heard that name.
All right, someone give her the sword before there's a puddle.
I think it's too late for that.
Yeah, I
It's
think
too
it's
late for that. I had a Drowcraft short sword, so I'll put that back. But it's considered finesse, but not light, right?
Yeah,
It's a lot.
finesse, which means you use it basically for damage rolls and whatnot. Could you use your dexterity?
Yes.
It's finesse and versatile, because it is a longsword.
But you can be proficient in it if you only have short swords.
Prescott, this is a gift from Lathander himself.
Whatever you say, lady.
Pretty much, man. That is pretty much Thorwar's reaction as well at the moment. It's like, whatever you're saying.
If it means you don't drown us here in this pit, then let's just, you can have it.
Her eyes roll back. Oh.
I'm out of here. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Take
Take Topsy and Turvy. We're going to Blinging Stone. We're leaving the crazy surface holders behind.
I mean, I know Stool needs water to live, but this is creepy.
Hey, you know what they say about the older women?
I'm sure you're gonna tell us.
No. I figured it was
Alright.
common knowledge. I had a friend who did ballroom dancing, and he says the worst to dance with was the women who were 50, because all they did was play grab ass for 2 hours.
Where do I sign up?
All right. I think this is pretty much the stopping point for the night. If it's already devolving into old lady sex jokes. Not that I'm complaining too much, but
Can that be considered your, like when you go to court and they're like, you have to do community service? I'll just go dance with old ladies.
Yes, come dance with ladies. Oh, you're
I
so
I want to
strong
go
and
I
fierce.
want to go swim with bow-legged women and swim between their legs and sweep. I'm sorry.
Oh my!
Wait, you're not familiar with being bow-legged?
I'm not bow-legged.
I am not bow-legged.
I'm surprised that Silver's still awake. Because usually by this point it's crawling into Prescott's backpack and going to sleep.
Oh boy!
Or if we're in combat with it, it's a little difficult, but yeah.
Okay, I do need to go to bed because my kids got online stuff tomorrow, but I'm not going anywhere until this sword is in my inventory.
That sword.
Well, I would presume that you're on vacation too, so you could stay up all night if you needed.
Yeah, but my kids their co-op is having
Online courses.
online classes tomorrow.
Yeah, just make your other half deal with it. You got a sword that makes you what?
Yeah.
Well,
Flip the
it's
sword
not like
over. Hold on to its blade. Hand
stuck at home too, but he's got to work.
Hand the hilt out to her and say, "Here, shoot this sword off to Uranus."
Oh wait, isn't he
You know
in
what?
public service?
It occurs
No.
to me.
He's a private engineering consultant.
Oh,
I should have double checked the tomb. What kind of rich person gets buried without at least a couple bottles of booze?
This is true.
I thought he did something with power.
No, he's a private engineering consultant. Specialty is wastewater management.
Waste. Oh, that's okay. That's why I thought that. Okay.
He deals with people's poop.
That is right. That's what my kids used to say. Daddy keeps the pipes. He worked for like the local water company, wastewater treatment company here for many years, and then when he left them, because there's not a whole lot of engineers who actually do that, he became just a private consultant, different firms, and
Isn't there a Schoolhouse Rock episode about this?
I have no
I
Bill
miss
on Capitol
Schoolhouse
Hill is
Rock.
the only one.
Yep, he's been to several third world countries and help like villages set up treatment systems and stuff.
Which reminds me, experience.
Third world countries remind you of experience.
Yep.
Okay.
I never said it made any sense.
I mean, you could have a experience if you went to one.
You could have an experience. Jade, I need it.
I mean,
I want.
Thor has it.
I want. You can have it. Come
All
on,
right,
anybody? The Who?
The Who? Heck yeah. Although you know
Magic Bus.
who I've been listening to a lot of? The Stooges.
Who
Greatest
bus,
punk
the
band in
magic
history,
bus?
baby.
Can I
My
ride
roommate
on
likes
the
Dead
magic
Milkmen.
bus?
Well, you guys are over half the way to the next level.
Nice. She's gonna go to the next level too.
You do realize you're not exactly helping your case. And know what to say in response to that?
What? Shut up, you're unconscious, you can't say shit.
Chat.
What? What did he say? Why don't I know what he did?
On Discord.
Oh. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I take it back.
No, you're going to sleep. I gotta get some sleep as well. I'm pretty sure Silver wants to is looking forward to going to work tomorrow.
I gotta work tomorrow.
I don't.
Hey Silver, have you lost more people? Unfortunately.
Pretty sure he's not entirely here.
Okay, I say that's actually a pretty good stopping point then. Anyways,
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
all right. I get ready for bed. So y'all have a good night.
Are
Yeah,
you taking
me
the
too.
sword with you? You're gonna take it with you when you go to sleep? Did he
I'm
go?
gonna make sweet love to
All right. Well, can I have it when you're done? I'll take that. Come back here.
Yeah, sloppy sword seconds.
it. Wow.
Mm. Do you want it?
Have a good night.
All right. Bye.
Oh man.
Hey, Brad, take your necklace of fireball. Take their hot
Fireball
balls.
necklace.
Jade, take that
Yeah.
damn sword out of his inventory. Give it to me immediately.
Oh.
Do you want to take the potion of greater healing, Ashok?
Um,
I'm gonna give it
I
to
tend to
Helmdall.
forget I have that shit, and then when it's needed,
Okay, I have a place for it
somebody
that
else
I
can
can see him. I'll
put
take.
it. I always like brain fart on shit like that.
I'll
I'm
use
like,
it for you guys anyway.
you just died. I'm like, and then a day later, I'm like, holy fuck,
Damn,
I
I
had a
had-
healing potion.